Teenovators is a one-of-a-kind national level competition to promote innovation mindset among the students of India. Manipal University is a name synonymous for quality education in India. We're very happy to have Dr. Prabhu with us here today. So we'd like to have a few words from you.
It's my pleasure to come here and participate in this press conference along with the Inc. So as we know, the Manipal University is known for education and healthcare from the last 6 decades. We have more than about 300 different programs and in the different campuses. Lot of emphasis is given for the research and innovation in all the programs, and the curriculums in most of these programs are being changed, modified to engage the students more on the hands-on experiences. But when we see these, the students when they come, the fresh graduate or the fresh entrants when they come for the admission, so we also thought the students are very bright, very smart, and very intelligent over the years for the next generation students. But we also saw, to make this to happen even in the university education, more on hands-on experience, we also felt that there is something has to be done even at the school level when they are very young. And nowadays, even in the school level, there is a change that we found, because most of the time the students are concentrating on the entrance examination to get the seats in the premier institution in the universities. And so the focus was different. And at the school level, again, my teacher used to say, now the very important thing for us is not only to cover the syllabus, to uncover the subject. So there is a lot of talent which is available at the school level. We have to identify them, nurture them, and then make that thing to happen even at the school level. So this is keeping those things in mind. From the last 5 years, maybe from the 2011 onwards, we went to the different the school levels and initiated this kind of the program which is called as Teenovators, where we find out what is their the inquisitive towards the research and innovation. I am sure for a place like in India, there is a lot of technical solutions, smart solutions, cost-effective solutions are very much required, and which are available even at the smart minds. But we have to capture those ideas, nurture them, and when you nurture, we also get some kind of a mentors from the industries and from the academia together, the teachers, the industry partners, and they come together, nurture those kind of an idea, and they'll come. So that is the basic idea to make this happen at the school level, to nurture those very important solutions, technical solutions, or even otherwise at a cost effective. And this we have seen from the last 5 years, lot of enthusiasm that we have seen from the different school levels, not only at the urban level, even at the rural areas, that we are also finding there is a lot of enthusiasm at the teachers and the students level. But when we do it from the national level at a higher scale, of course Manipal University is sitting in one place, we cannot do that. We need some kind of a partners to happen at that at the national levels. So we thought that Inc. is the best partner for us to spread this, to execute this kind of a program at the national level. So I'm sure they are the knowledge partners, and with which we are going ahead within 2015 in the different places. And I'm sure the modalities will be defined and which will be communicated to you. I'm very happy that the Manipal University is taking that kind of a lead and nurturing and attracting these young talents to come out with a very innovative solution for the majority of the problems that we face in our country. So it is also our pleasure to associate Inc. as a knowledge partner in this assignment. Thank you very much.
I'd like to call upon Lakshmi Paturi, the founder, host, and curator for the Inc. conference.
I always like to start talking with a story. You know, when you're kids, when you go to school, all students in India especially are told this story of the story, at least in my time, of the story of Arjun, and when they're teaching him how to shoot. You know, the teacher is asking everybody to shoot the eye of a bird, right? And all the students line up and they say, okay, what do you see? The student says, okay, I see the tree, I see the branches, I see the bird. And teacher says, no, you're not fit enough, leave. And the next guy comes, what do you see? I see the tree, no, you're not fit. The next guy comes and says, I see the bird, I see the eye, you're not fit. So everybody goes. Finally, Arjun comes. And the teacher says, what do you see? And he says, I see the eye of the bird. And the teacher says, shoot. So he says that it's all about having the focus. You shouldn't see anything except the one thing that you're targeting. And that's when you achieve your goals. Now, this is a story that's told when we were growing up, saying you should pick one thing and focus on it and become really good at it. Now, what they didn't tell you at the story is that while the teacher taught Arjun to shoot the eye of the bird, he was also taught philosophy, he was also taught literature, he was also taught writing, he was also taught 10 other things and not just archery. So he's become a fuller person because all these things are taught. In that activity, that focus is important, but it doesn't mean that you become a great student by learning only one thing and one thing only. And I think that's what we do to our children in their education, is that we tell them learn one thing and one thing only, become an expert at it. And when we move from a very, very industrial economy to a creative economy where things are changing all the time, the student may not be equipped to deal with the changing things. Now, here's the good news, is all our kids who are in school have figured this out. It's only our adults who are the parents haven't figured this out. The kids have figured this out. And they are engaging in a lot of different things. So even though we may look for whether how many people got an A or a B, sometimes the person who got the C may be the smartest person in the way they can be successful in this world. So the goal for us is, can we catch up with our children? Can we find this quality that exists in them that's beyond just the grades? And can we identify it and nurture it so that they can accelerate their progress? Because one thing we adults and parents can do is open the doors for them, help them with moving forward, etc. So, so we are on our path at Inc. to say, hey, we need to find the most amazing stories, put them online so the young people can see and be inspired, find new role models, etc. And then Manipal is on their path to find the most amazing people. And if you go to the campus, you will see that it's not just about education. Their labs are even more elaborate than their classrooms. So there's a lot of focus on giving hands-on experience. Can the two of us come together and use our individual capabilities to identify these people much before they even go to college, while they are in high school itself, and find those who really think out of the box, who are those innovative thinkers, and what path can we create for them so they can be successful in whatever they choose to be successful at. So if we want India to be an innovative country, we want innovative ideas to come from here, we want billion-dollar companies to come from here, great brands to come from here. We have to let our children try and fail and try again, and we need to find those ideas and those kids who have the capacity to do so and nurture them and make them successful. So we thought if we came together as partners and say we have an equal voice in defining this and implementing it, can we learn from each other? And can it translate into something for high school children that is much more than the sum of the parts? So that's our journey. We are truly, truly excited to partner with Manipal University to do this. We have an amazing access to teachers and knowledge and years of experience and facilities that we can utilize, which we cannot do on our own. And from our point of view, we can contribute to identifying these kids and creating a year-long program so we can feature some of the best talks at the Inc. conference. We can coach the students to tell their story and to make them successful in the long run. So we are really excited to partner, and the only way we can all achieve anything in this world today is through partnerships, because things are changing so fast, no one of us can do great impact out there with huge scale if we are on it by ourselves. So that's why we are very excited to partner with Manipal University for the Teenovators program. This is a journey, this is a multi-year journey. We'll learn, and we would like to take you along as we learn, and let's hope that we can all work together to create a great program for the young people. The reason this is especially important is that any program could be as brilliant as it is known. So we could have a great program that only one person will know about, but with your help, hopefully a lot of people will learn about it and participate in it, so we can find the best minds there are and nurture them. Thank you very much.
We have with us today Yash Govinkar, the winner, one of the winners from last year's Teenovators 2014 competition. He's here to share with us some of his experience. Yash?
I'm Yash, and I would like to share a few experiences of last year. You tell me and I forget. You teach me and I remember. You involve me and I learn. This was what made Teenovators interesting. Through this competition, we actually experienced teamwork. So we often wondered about energy sources in the universe that are abundant and are unutilized, one of them being the radio waves. So we as a team designed a device which could convert these radio waves into electricity. So wouldn't it be wonderful if this energy could be tapped, stored and reused? It was actually a phenomenal experience working as a team. There were a lot of hurdles too, but timely help from our mentor Sanjay Chitnis sir, Mr. Vinod Deshmukh, our principal K. Nagaraja, and also our teacher guide Lalita ma'am helped us to achieve our goal. This was when our textbook knowledge was put into practical. When we deeply involved ourselves into this, the real learning began, and we could apply our theoretical knowledge into practical. After a lot of time and effort, we were able to light a small bulb by converting the radio waves into electricity. That was the eureka moment for us. We anxiously waited for the final day when we were to present our ideas to the judges. When our names were called on, we were overwhelmed and speechless. Praise and applause was showered upon us. This competition is a harmonious blend of fun and learning, or in fact, the learning itself is fun. So I would also like to share a takeaway from this competition. So we had just blindly downloaded statistics from the net, and the judges found that to be false. So through that, I learned that any information you give, it must be authenticated, and then we must confirm it and then submit it. These hitches have molded me, and I anxiously look forward to this year's competition. And I hope it does turn out to be an exciting one. Thank you.
We have a teacher's perspective to talk about innovation. Swati Brahma from National Public School.
It's important for students to learn to think. An important part of education is to add value to the ideas put forth to them through their textbooks. A mere recall of ideas is the lowest level of human cognition. Education would serve its purpose when there is a creation of new ideas. I would conclude by saying that real education therefore lies in innovating technology and generating literature. Dependence on bought technology is the modern version of slavery. The world needs original thinkers and creative people. However, irrespective of the abilities or the conditions, Lakshmi ma'am, I echo your idea. The act of creating something new is important. The emphasis is on the act and not on the end result. The need of the hour is to nurture original thinking.
We would now like the students to light the torch of innovation. So we have students from Carmel High School, Purna Pragna, National Public School, St. Joseph's Boys High School, Shrivani School,